everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a really simple New Year's Eve look. It's just easy and fast and it can be done really quick. I didn't do a smoky eye or anything just because I know that there's so many tutorials out doing that. So I did decide to do something just a little bit more easier to achieve. I also have a small review at the end of the OFRA Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. I did do the shade Havana Nights by Kathleen. So if you guys want to see that review, just watch until the end. And here I'm just coming in with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the original one, and I just primed both of my eyes. And then I'm going to be coming in with this e.l.f. Matte palette, and I'm going to be taking this skin tone shade, and all I'm going to be doing with this is just patting it all over my eyelid, then just working it up through the crease and up to the brow bone. You don't have to use this shade, you can use any shade. This just kind of sets down our primer, and then again kind of just helps conceal some of the discoloration that is on my eyelids. But again, you know, if you don't have discoloration, then this step is optional for you and you don't have to do it. But then I'm going to be coming back in with that palette, and this shade is also optional, but I just kind of like to lay this down first to kind of give my glitter eyeliner something to stick to. And like I said, you can use any just light gray shade, and I'm just taking a angled definer brush, and then like I said, I'm just pressing that gray color that I showed you guys a second ago anywhere I'm going to be putting the liner. And then I'm coming in with this Nyx Liner, and I'm not sure of the color, but it's the only silver one that they have. And what I like to do is I like to take a sharp edge, a business card or anything will do, and then I'll just create my wing. I did cut this out because for some reason it kept going in and out of focus, but right here I did just show where I was kind of just going back in and connecting it. I do have hooded eyes, so I can't do like a super dramatic wing, so I did just do something, like I said, it's just a small flick basically on the outer part of your eyes. And then I decided to use my MAC Pro Longwear concealer just because, like I said, if you're looking for a great concealer that's going to last a long time and last all night, I would definitely recommend checking out the MAC Pro Longwear. And I just applied that with my fingers, and then I just come back in with a brush to blend it all out. And then to set all that, I'm going to be coming in with this Wet n Wild contour palette. And basically what I'm going to be doing with this shade is I'm just going to be putting it underneath my eyes today, but I'm putting it pretty intensely because I really want to set that under eye area, especially if you're going out at night. And again, this shade also really highlights that area. And I'm just going to let that set on my face while I continue doing the rest of my face makeup. And today for bronzer, I'm going to be using my favorite Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And I'm just going to be putting this on my forehead like I always do, and then underneath my cheekbones, and then underneath my jawline, just to kind of bronze up my skin. And then I'm coming in with this little Wet n Wild eyeshadow quad, and I'm going to be taking this brow bone shade in there, and I'm actually going to be using it to highlight my inner corners. I'm really just packing this shade on, and this is a great highlight shade, and these little quads are only $2.99, so they're totally worth it. But I'm just putting this on my inner corners, and then I'm going to put a little bit just underneath the arch of my brow bone, and then just blend it out a little bit both ways. And then I decided to come back in, and to kind of open up the inner part of my eye, I'm just putting a little bit more of that highlight shade and just blending it up. And then I'm coming in with my Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black, and I tight lined and did my waterline. And then here I come back in with that Mad for Matte palette. I just took the darkest shade, which is like, it's black, but it's not like the most intense black. And I just pressed it really close to my lower lash line. And then I'm coming in with this gray shade here, and I'm really just buffing it out and smudging it out. I didn't want to blend it out too much because I didn't want the bottom lash line to be super intense because everything else was, you know, pretty simple. And then I'm coming back in with that NYX liner, and all I'm doing is basically what you can see here is I just took the liner and put it there on my inner corners and drug it out just a little bit. And then I applied my Revlon mascara. I did decide to skip false lashes for this look, but like I said, if you want to include false lashes, that's completely fine. It's just your preference. And then I come in with this MAC blush in the shade Warm Soul. And I'm just going to smile and add it to the back parts of my cheek, and then work it up to my cheekbone. And then I am going to be coming in with that highlighter that we used from that Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, the one that we used to highlight our inner corners. And I could not find a highlighter that I really liked, and then I was just like, well, I'm going to use this one. So this does actually work really great. It's not like super like out there, but it still worked. It added just like a nice subtle glow, but I didn't want something super intense because, you know, at nighttime sometimes you'll take pictures and like the flashback, you know what I'm saying, your face will just look like you're, I don't know, like a disco ball. So I didn't want that, but I just put it on my cheekbones just lightly, and then on my cupid's bow very lightly as well. And then I'm coming in with this OFRA Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Havana Nights. This is the lipstick that Kathleen Lights created with them. I do really, really like it. It has the texture of the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, which are kind of moussey. It isn't like completely matte. I do like them, but I know this specific shade does transfer because I have worn it a couple of times, but I did give you guys another option if you don't have this one. And this first swatch that I'm showing you here is of the OFRA Cosmetics Havana Nights right here, and that one's right there. Again, this is more of a moussey texture. And then this one is the Ulta Matte Lip Creams, and this is in the shade Stirring. And again, they're the exact same shades. This one's just got more of like a liquidy formula like most liquid lipsticks do. But again, if you don't have this one, then this one will work fine. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm sorry I couldn't get more New Year's Eve ones up, but if you guys did like this, please don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.